Hey, cousin. What's cracking? For those of you who don't know me, I am Marie Moses. For those of you who do know me, it's your favorite cousin, Ken Ken. All of you just now meet me for the first time. I'm your favorite cousin, Ken Ken, too. I am a spiritual wellness practitioner. I am an energy healer and a transformative speaker. So, today we are going to be talking about emotional control. I have decided that I am going to be teaching more and I am going to be giving spiritual guidance as well. So, I'm going to alternate between giving spiritual guidance because I know a lot of you are going through some difficult times. So I will be giving you direct spiritual guidance on whatever it is that you're going through, but I will also be teaching because I'm on this journey with you. For those of you who don't know, I was gone for 3 years and I went away to work on myself and do a lot of the work that I am supporting you on your journey as you are doing the same thing. But I've done the work. Hold on. I got my tablet. I'm going to be very professional this year, okay? So stay tuned. Stay locked in. Okay, let me see something. How can I go to my own live on here? Hold on, cousin. I don't know if I can. Hey, cousin. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how I can view this live from my tablet. I'm acting 40. You said, Ken, no, you ain't acting 40. Mind your business. Mind the business. I can do it. Hold on. Dang, y'all. I haven't been on this tablet in so long. And I'm calling it a tablet. It's an iPad. Oh. Anyway. How y'all doing? Let me see. Okay, there's that. I think I would have to log out of here, actually. That's what I think I would have to do. Let me log out. Hey, everybody coming in. We're going to talk in just a minute. I'm trying to see your comments from here. So let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So I'm wondering if Hey, cousin. Didn't I just say I was going to be more professional? Look at me being professional. Okay, now let me see if I can do it. Boom. Quit playing with me. Didn't I tell y'all about playing with the millennials? I told y'all. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about emotional control. I can see your comments from here because I can't really see from there because I'm trying a new view. Because, oh, I shouldn't have closed that, huh? Because I told you we're going to be a little bit more professional this year. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for your patience. Everybody watching on YouTube, make sure you come over to TikTok so you can catch it live. Everybody on TikTok, make sure you go subscribe to Lighthouse Women of Virtue to catch all of the live replays, okay? So, emotional control. We all know that we are on this path of growth, spiritual ascension. We are on this journey, okay? Many of us, we are on this journey. And what you need to know is that you have to get control of your emotions. Now, this is something that we were not taught. Many of us were not taught how to control our emotions. Our parents did not teach us how to control our emotions. Our friends, family, we did not learn that. Many of us, we learned that if somebody say something to you, you respond. If somebody trying to get at you in any kind of way, you do what you got to do to handle that. When you are growing and evolving as a soul, that attitude and that behavior is no longer tolerated. It's much like, you know how when you are young, there are certain things that are okay. So say like when you are 1 years old, or not even one, let's say like 2 or 3 years old. And 2 or 3 year old is always trying to discover everything. So the 2 year old will go into the refrigerator and pull things out and drop the eggs and make a mess, or try to pour their own milk and then spill it everywhere. And it's like, oh, it's okay. That's cute, Pookie. It's all right. Okay, let's clean up this mess. Okay, there's a time for that. But if Pookie is 15 years old and goes into the refrigerator and tries to pour a cup of milk and spills all the milk everywhere, there's a problem. It's the same thing when it comes to our behavior. When you are growing, you cannot be the same person that you were. Meaning you are not, I ain't gonna say you ain't allowed, okay? You allowed to do whatever you want to do. But if you want to grow, it's not allowed. You cannot throw temper tantrums every time things don't go your way, because what's going to happen is you're going to sink down emotionally, and it's going to be hard for you to get your vibration back up again. And this is the reason why a lot of people on the spiritual path, they don't last. They don't last because they don't have emotional control. There is a time when you have control and you can walk around and do whatever you want to do and do those childish things. Okay. If you're listening to me, you are past that point. Okay. It's time for you to level up. You want to level up. You want to be a better person. There are things that you're going to have to do. There are things that you're going to have to stop doing. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. You say, hey, it's me. Hey, cousin. There are things you're going to have to stop doing. That's just the bottom line to it. I wish that I could tell you just to pray about it and everything is going to get better and all that jazz, but that ain't how it works over here. You're going to have to actually do some hard things. And I'm here to help you do the hard things in life because I know how to do it. All right? You cannot make excuses for your behavior, for your attitude, for your bad mood, for your mood swings and all those things. Yes, you're going to go through these highs and lows. You're going to go through that. You're going to always be going through these ups and downs. 1 minute you feeling good. You feel like you're ready to take on the world. You're ready to evolve into this great being that you are. And the next minute you feeling like, what am I even on this planet for? I don't know what I'm doing. And I feel like trash. Highs and lows. Highs and lows. That's all it is. But when you're going through the motions, which is emotions, when you're going through those highs and lows, you have to be self-aware. This is the reason why we have these practices. It's not just something cute to say or something cute to do. Taking spiritual baths, meditation, yoga, stretching, Pilates, and all these things that you do. You drinking your water and eating your alkaline food and all that. We're doing all of these things to help us to remain calm. It's helping us to have a healthy body so that we can be more in control of this body. Because remember, you're not the body. You are a soul, which I told you the soul is nothing more than a ball of light force energy, and awareness, which is consciousness. That's it. You have always been, you will always be. The soul takes on different form every lifetime. Just like our creator is a spirit that takes different form. It's the same thing for us, okay? It's the same thing for us. So if you are getting wrapped up in every single experience, then your vibration is very low. That means that everything that you're going through, you feel it so deeply and you're connecting so much with the experience. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't stop doing that, and one experience can take you out, especially if it's experience on top of experience on top of experience, okay? You're going through all these things. One more thing gonna happen and you out of there. This is why you have to calm down. Or you're gonna do worse, go backwards. You're going to go backwards. If you used to smoke, you may start smoking again. If you used to, okay, you're going to start doing it again. If you used to overeat, you're going to start doing it again. If you used to shop all the time, you're going to start doing it again. If you was a caffeine drinker, you're going to do the caffeine again. You're going to go back to your old ways of being because you're going to find something external to you to help you to navigate through this life experience because you're having a hard time controlling your own emotions. You are an adult now. You grown. Okay? There's no more, oh, Pookie cute, try to spill the milk and No. You're going to have things to happen. Things are going to happen to you. And this is another thing. A lot of us were not properly prepared for life. We did not know what we were getting ourselves into. A lot of us, we did not know. We're just learning and growing as we go. But life, you can expect challenges. You can expect that you're going to have some hardship. In the world is going to be trouble, right? You're going to have some trouble. But you have to learn how to safely navigate through the trouble until it's over. Because remember, we have these cycles. So you may go through a cycle of difficulty. And it might be back to back. Like I said, it might be back to back to back to back. But then the cycle will end. But how are you navigating through the cycle? Are you upset, angry, frustrated, ready to fight, hurting somebody, hurting yourself, nasty attitude, talking crazy? What are you doing? How are you dealing with life? Because that is going to determine your life experience. Let me tell you something. Nothing in life is going to change to be better. Okay? Even if you get all the money you want in the world, all the tea you want in China, whatever it is that you get, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make you happy. Happiness is a choice, just like peace is a choice. You choose peace all the time. And if you say that you are here to raise the frequency of this planet, which I know you are because you're my cousin, okay? You're going to do some great work here, okay? You're getting ready to do some great big things. I'm telling you that if you don't know that, you are. And if you are here to do great things and to help other people or to change the world in some type of way, then you first have to have a healthy relationship with yourself. Number one. Numero uno. Because it's easy to go out there and do the work or go do whatever you do every day. Go help somebody else and tell them about themselves. That's easy. It's very difficult for us to change ourselves and get control of ourselves. And that is a requirement for the leaders in this new earth. I told you that. You heard it here. And I also told you that on the spiritual path, we're not responsible for the things we don't know, because I told you, we learn and we grow. And our Creator knows that. There's a time when you don't know. There's a time when I didn't know. There's still things I don't know. And like we always say on the spiritual path, you don't know what you don't know that you don't know yet. But you keep coming down the path. And the more you grow, the more you keep doing all that healing work, the more you keep doing all of that, then things are going to be revealed to you as you can handle them. And when you know the truth, then you make an adjustment. Because remember, you are not the body. You are the soul. Your soul incarnated into this body in order for you to have experiences. Right? We all heard that. Comma. Because you know your cousin kid can't go put the comma. And from all of these experiences, you are supposed to be learning and growing. You're observing the experience and you're making adjustments. Because if you did not have a physical body, you would not be able to observe and adjust. You could just observe, but you could not adjust. But since you are in the physical body, You can observe what is happening in your world and in the world around you and make adjustments. You legally have the right as a human being body to do things on this planet that you cannot do when you're in the spiritual realm. Because remember, there is a spiritual realm that is very much alive and well, running at the same time as its physical realm. Both realms. And realm and realm and realm and realm. Okay, we can go on. Dimension. But you are here because there's something you came here to do. The distractions, the family, the kids, the husband, the wife, the job, the business, the money, the whatever you experience, the abuse, the pain, the suffering, the heartbreak, all of it is just an experience. Everything. It could be the best experience or it could be the worst experience you have ever had in your life. But you're here to experience it all. Because remember, it's not just all good. There are negative experiences that you're going to have to go through. But once you make it through those negative experiences, that is what helps you to be a better person, a greater person, a stronger person, and more equipped to do what you came here to do. And I'm going to give you something else. For all of you who have been abused, going through suffering, going through a lot of heartbreak or a lot of challenges in your life, when you overcome all of these challenges, because you are going to overcome it, you are going to be able to hold so much light. Listen to me. You are going to have the ability and the capacity to hold more light because of your experiences. Listen. People who have been through, little cute things in their life, like, I ain't saying it's cute, okay? Because to them it might be a big deal, right? They go through some little breakup or whatever and they feel like the world gonna end. Whole time you have been through way worse for way longer and you like, get over it. And that's how a lot of times many of us who have been through a lot of tough things, we're like, get over it, to most people. But the reason why we have been through so much is because you're here to do so much. And I know it doesn't make sense. A lot of times we feel like, why do I always have to be the one that takes the blows? Why do I always have to be the one to be the bigger person? Why do I always have to be the one to sacrifice my life for the greater good of others? Because that's what you came here to do. You forgot. You forgot. Thank you for the heart. You forgot. But that's why you got your cousin Ken, because I'm going to remind you. I'm just here to tell you, okay? As a spirit guide, I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what is happening, make it very clear. Then you decide what decisions you want to make, okay? You are here to help other people to be better. It's just in you. You may even feel like, I don't even want to be nice to people. I don't even know why I care about people. Nobody cares about me. You may say all these things, but I'm telling you, it's in you to be the way that you are. But what will happen is you will go through so many life experiences to where you can start feeling like, I don't want to help nobody. I don't want to be there for anybody else. I'm tired. That's when you know you need to take a break. It's time for you to rest. Because if you don't, I told you at the beginning of this video, you gonna end up either hurting yourself, hurting somebody else, snapping on somebody, whatever it is that people do. Y'all see what happened to the spiritual people. Let me tell you something. I ain't going to it. We'll talk about it. Join our private community, okay? In spiritual alignment class. I'll tell you what y'all need to know about that. But what I will say is this. There comes a point in time on this path when you can either make the adjustments, evolve, and become a better person, or you can stay the same. You know the truth. Spirit will reveal the truth to you. Our Creator will tell you the truth. And once you know the truth, you have a decision to make. And not making a decision is making a decision. just to let you know that. So if you know, because the guidance is always coming from within, you know what you're being guided to do, what you're being guided to stop doing, what you're being guided to start doing, all the things. People need to come, people need to go, all the things that you know you're being guided to do. If you decide that you don't want to do that, you don't want to cut out those addictions, you don't want to get better, you don't want to do it, or even if you feel like you can't do it, whatever your reasoning is, that's going to be a big problem for you, because I just told you you came here to do something. So if you were created to come to this planet and do something great, but you come down here, you forgot, which we all do. You don't remember that. So you come down here thinking it's party time, it's peanut butter jelly time, and you get ready to kick it. Only for so long. Only for so long. And then guess what? You might as well just go sit on the bench, because you ain't going to be no earthly good. You're not going to be able to do anything. Your mind is not going to be able to do anything. It's done. Because you can't stay in between. When it comes to the spiritual realm, you got to keep going up. You got to keep evolving spiritually if you want to keep your sanity. You can't stay stuck in limbo in between the dimensions. Okay, I'm down here and up here and down here and up. No. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you have a decision to make. And I know it gets frustrating. That's why today we're talking about emotional control. Because if you don't have control, you will get upset when it's time for you to stop doing certain things. When it's time for you to start doing certain things, you will start to get upset. You'll start to feel like, man, I just want to be regular. I just want to go back to the way my life was. Well, go ahead. Okay, go right on ahead. I'm going to be over here. But I ain't going to tell you what's going to happen. Just go ahead and do it and see. You said me trying to cut out my gardening. What does that mean? You trying to cut out my gardening? Oh, you talking about rolling up? You be rolling up, cousin? The greeneries? Oh, cut out smoking? Yeah. I know. Listen, your cousin Ken been there. I used to smoke every day. Every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's why I never hide anything from y'all. I tell y'all everything. I was the one waiting for the liquor store to open up at 10 o'clock. Because I need to go in there and get me 2 shots before I go do whatever I need to do. That was normal for me. My family, we get together, we party, and that's just what we do. My mama been blowing my whole life. All I knew was that. You see what I'm saying? And she's still like that now. My mama still be mommy, okay? That's her thing. And growing up like that, I felt like that was normal. That's how you handle your emotions. When you going through something, you need to go get you something to roll up. Or you need to go ahead and, pop the top on something. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, especially as this world keeps evolving. You're going to start feeling bad. It's not going to make you feel good no more. It's not going to make you feel good. You said, what do I do for self-care? A lot. A lot. Mainly cutting out those habits. It's layers and levels. The first thing I started doing was fasting. That's what I started doing first. So, February is coming up. And around the time of Lent, you don't have to be Catholic, but around that time of Lent, that 40 days, that's the perfect time to fast. Okay? Look at the calendar, see when it starts. I don't know. But I know it starts in February. It normally ends right around spring equinox. Okay? The new year. That's the perfect time to fast. Whatever it is that you are struggling with, it's the perfect time for you to fast, because the energy at that time, I don't know what it is about it. Just trust me when I tell you, it's ancient. It's been going on for a long time. Fasting, many religious people do it, traditions, spiritual people, is just how it is, okay? Fasting around that time between February and March before springtime starts, that energy is going to help you. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for the love. It's going to help you to get rid of all the habits that you need to get rid of. If not all, the major habits. Because I'm going to tell you, when I first started fasting, I fasted from alcohol for 40 days. That was the first time I had ever been without alcohol for 40 days. When I first came down here to Atlanta, I told y'all, I was still going out to the club, partying, all of that. Yes, I was. And a spiritual woman in the club is like, what are you doing? What are you doing, ma'am? Why are you in this club? But I did not know that. I still was living the way that I used to live while evolving, becoming. And there came a point in time where I had to cut it out. So I went on a 40-day fast from alcohol, and that removed the desire. Completely removed the desire. Because that's what spirit does. You draw near the spirit. You know how they say you draw near the spirit? That's the fasting. Excuse me. But spirit does the rest. So it's like you are coming up and spirit is like, come on, boom. And then what you were seeing, spirit will take away the desire. The reason why people will stop doing something and then they go back to do it again is because spirit is not in that. Our creator is not in it. That's what they are doing. They're doing it with their willpower. Your willpower doesn't work, but for so long. Eventually, the desire is going to come back. But when spirit is in the mix, you're praying and fasting, because we know prayer and fasting go hand in hand. When you're doing that, then spirit comes in and removes the desire. You said, what was the hardest thing to give up? Cigarettes. That was the hardest thing for me to give up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like generationally, your family can have certain habits. Okay? That was a habit on both sides of my family, was smoking. Okay? Not so much as the cigarettes on my mom's side, but on my dad's side, that's a normal thing. Before my dad passed, he still was smoking cigs, and it was like, you are going to dialysis and then going to go smoke your cigs. It's like, that was the hardest thing for me. I have conquered so many of these dark aspects of not only myself, but my bloodline. Let me tell you, it's a struggle. It is a struggle, but I had to go through it, you know. I did. So a lot of people will say, yeah, you don't look like you used to smoke, you used to do that. Yeah, I did. I was waking up, going to the block, just posting. My sister, we used to go down to my sister's house, just post on the porch. Y'all know how it used to be, okay? Well, maybe you don't, but that's just how it used to be growing up in the neighborhood. It's just like, you wake up and you post up. That's it. Ain't nobody got no plans. Ain't nobody got nothing to do. We ain't doing nothing. We about to come together. We about to turn this music on, barbecue something, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? We chilling. But that's not a lifestyle. That's not a lifestyle, because you can live like that for so long that you feel like that's normal when the whole world is growing, evolving, and things are getting better for other people, and you still sitting on the porch chilling. No. You said right, for real. And we got people in our family that are still like that. They just like that lifestyle, and I understand it. Because I come from that. So I know what it's like. Just feel like, you know, we just chilling. It's just what we do. But then I also know what it's like to accomplish things, you know, go to college and do things like that. Like, people might feel like, you know, going to college is not nothing. But I was the first person in my family to graduate from college. Twice. I was the first person to do a lot of things in my family. And it was because I chose myself. And I always choose myself. So when you're talking about self-care, it's basically just choosing yourself. But you have to go through a period of not choosing yourself, because that's the experience. You have to go through these hardships and these relationships that tear you down and all this stuff. You have to go through all of that type of stuff, because you have to know what you don't want in order for you to know what you do want. That's how we learn. Here. You say, how old am I? 40. Just turned 40. I know. You said, Ken, how old are you? It's not 40. Yes, I am. I am. I am. And I'm back. Okay? I was gone for a minute. You said, wow, you look great. Thank you. Look what they say. I don't look like what I've been through. I don't. I don't. Because it could have been very, very bad for me. It could have been bad for me. I had my first child when I was 17 years old. I have been going through it. It not only me, but I come from a family like many of you that has a lot of addiction and mental illness and, you know, all of these different mental things going on. I come from that. I know what it's like. And it's a struggle. But if you're watching me, then I know you're in alignment with me. That means you are called to create the change. It first starts with you, and then it trickles down to your family. And a lot of times you're not going to be able to talk to them and get them to understand by you speaking to them. You're going to have to be the example. You're going to have to be the light. Thank you, cousin. You're going to have to be the light. You're going to have to show them. And sometimes they have to see the light from afar, because they may not be able to appreciate you while you right there shining your bright light in their face, okay? They might be like, close the blind, turn off the light. They don't want to see all that. But if you are, you know, doing your work and healing and doing your self-care and all those things, they're going to see. They're going to see. And you let them see. And you don't judge them for being how they are, because you have to understand and respect the path. Respect the path, because just like I told you, you have to go through the dark in order to get to the light. You have to go through the hardships, the suffering, the pain, and all the things that they're going through and that you've been through. It's necessary. But only the strong survive. And only those that are designed to survive will survive. And that's another reason why you got to let people go, because not everybody is designed to survive. We can't save the world. We're not here to save the world. We're here to connect with the elect. Those of us that are created to do something great big. That's what we're here to do. That's it. The people in your family, they may come with you, they may not. Your friends, the people that you love, they may come and they may not. You have to be okay with going alone. This is a path that you're going to have to walk along by yourself for a minute, because you are a trailblazer. You're going to be doing things that nobody else is doing. And if you don't have emotional control, you're not going to be able to walk away. It's going to be hard for you to walk away because your emotion is so attached or, just, connected to the experience and to the people, instead of seeing the higher perspective of what you came here to do. It's bigger than them. It's bigger than you. You said, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's bigger than you. Even with your children. Sometimes you got to let your children go. They want to go do their own thing. They need to live and learn just like you do. We can't be so afraid that our children are going to fall. They're going to be okay. They're going to find their way. But if mom and daddy is always there, then guess what? They don't find their way. They always have to come back to you for every single thing. And that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We are developing people. That's what we're doing as parents. We are developing people. And just like our Creator deals with us and lets us fall and go through all these challenges, we let them go through the challenges too. And trust that the same spirit, the same force that has protected you, has guided you, and has gotten you out of all the things that you have been through will do the same thing for your children. And guess what? The more you align spiritually, you locked in with the source. So all you got to do is just pray for them and just know they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. It don't matter. It's just an experience. You're going to make it through. You're going to make it through. So, life is tough. It is tough. That's why resting is so important. You said love, yes. That's why resting is so important. Many of us are being guided to rest. And if we're not taking that guidance, you're going to be sitting down. So things that you want to do, you're not going to be able to do them anymore. Things that you once loved, you could lose the desire, just gone. You're not going to be able to do it, because self-development comes before you get the assignment. Until you do the self-development, you're only going to get pieces of the assignment. You're not going to know what it is that you came here to do 100%. You'll know pieces of it, but the more you evolve, the more your assignment is going to become clear and the more pieces to the puzzle you're going to get. That's how it works. So we'll start acting off on some things that we feel guided to do. Okay, Spirit's guiding me to do this. I feel like I need to do this. I need to do that. And before you know it, you're running all around like this because you're not waiting for Spirit. Slow down. Sometimes you can get some guidance, but you ain't supposed to act on it yet. Just keep that, write it down. That's why I told you journaling is very important. Write it down. And then when it's time for you to revisit it, you can come back to it because you might need some more experiences so you can add on to that. Just like when you're writing your book, many of you might be guided to write a book. Don't be in such a rush to write your book. I know a lot of people are. A lot of people are in such a rush to develop their classes or courses or programs or whatever. But if you know Spirit is guiding you to teach, like me, I'm a teacher. I have a lot to teach about spirituality. But I have had to develop over years before I can say, okay, now I'm ready to help somebody else. If I started teaching at the beginning of my path, then I wouldn't know the things that I know now in order for me to put it into the book or the course or the thing. So there's no rush. There's no rush. Nature is always teaching us how to slow down because there is development that has to take place. Just like when you put a seed in the ground. You don't put the seed in the ground tomorrow, you come back and then you got a tree. No. It takes time. You say I have been, hold on, let me get my thing, cousin. You say I have been guided to write a book. It's taken me about 4 years. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people might say, oh, you need to be done with that. Why you ain't got that book done yet? You need to get out there, get it to the masses so you can sell it. That's not how it works over here. That's how business people do things. They're about business. They're about production and making a profit. And trust me, I have been a business person for quite some time. I understand that everybody's in business to make money. But this is not about money. It's about change. It's about impact. You are going to be a conscious capitalist, which means that you are going to make money from what you're doing, but it's not all about the money. So if it takes you 10 years to do something with Spirit, let it take 10 years so that you can develop it. And then the 10 years you spent developing and working on it, it can last for your lifetime, your children's lifetime, their children's lifetime, and forever and ever and ever. See, we're thinking about time, but we got to remember in Spirit, there is no time. There is no time. It's just frequency. So whenever you're ready, then you're ready. But if you're not ready, then just put it to the side. Just keep it open in a tab. That's what we do. Because Spirit can give you this, but you got pieces of the puzzle. You don't have the whole thing. And you may be working on this, then you go work on this, then you work on this a little bit. Then you'll come back to that, and then you'll come back to this, and then you'll come back to that. That's how it goes. You say yes. It's the truth. Because it's about generational impact. I don't even want to say wealth, because it's not just about the money. It's about the impact. Because you changing and growing and evolving into the person that you need to be is going to change your children. That is going to change them. They are going to raise their children differently based off of how you raise them. That's why I say we're developing people. You say, yes, it changed a few times and it has grown from the way it started. Yes, that's how it works. When I first started the Lighthouse, it was the Lighthouse ATL. I thought it was going to be a store. I moved from Kansas City, Missouri to Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of y'all know this, but that's what I did. So I thought that at the time I was going to open up a metaphysical store because many of you know me from reading tarot on YouTube. So that's how I started off. I don't read tarot now, but that's how I started off. So I thought I was going to open up a store. I was going to be selling crystals and stones and rings and chains. You know what all spiritual girls sell. Sage and Palo Santo and all that. Florida water. I thought I was going to have it on lock. Okay, I was going to help people to set up their altars. I was going to be teaching people how to do their spiritual cleanses and spiritual work, how to open portals, how to close portals. I was going to be teaching people all the things that they need to know about the spiritual life. That's what I thought. But then I came down here to Atlanta. And I thought that I was going to link up with all my people from my YouTube channel, because a lot of you know me from YouTube. Can Be the Light. The channel is still there. Most of the videos are gone. So you can go and see if you want to, but ain't no videos over there because we own something new. Okay? But I thought all my cousins was going to come here and we was going to meet up and just do the thing, right? That's not what happened. I completely lost all desire to read tarot. I'm telling you. People ask me, Ken, why you don't read no more? Why you don't this no more? Why the tarot readers, why they always disappear? And why they always leave in every 3 years? Because there comes a point on your spiritual path where you are being called. Okay? It's initiation time, baby. It's time for you to get up. Because there's a time for you to go to your guides and get support and get answers and get protection and all that stuff. And then there comes a time for you to learn how to do the work yourself. That means get your energy where it needs to be so that you can call things into existence, so that you can put protection around yourself, so that you can do these things. You can touch the sick. You can heal them. You can raise the dead. You can do the things that you need to do with your own power. Not going to the altar, not going to the guides, not going to the other side. So there comes a time. But people don't know that when they start off on the spiritual path, especially reading tarot. They don't know. Many of us don't know. We don't know. All we know is that we're getting everything our way. We're getting all the answers that we want, and everything is cracking, right? Everything is good. But the door can slam on you. Okay? And when the door slam on you and you looking around for your guys, the same ones that used to be there and have your back and rolling with you tough, and you ain't got it like that no more, just know it's time. You said yes, you were the one or one of my faves on YouTube. Thank you, cousin. Yeah, we was rolling tough. You already know. That's why I say I've been on both sides of the path, the light and the dark path, and both are necessary. I would not be the person that I am today if I did not do what I did as a tarot reader. That was just a part of my journey. It's a part of my bloodline. It's a part of who I am. And it's something that I had to overcome. The need to go outside of myself for support and guidance. So, anyway, when I came down here, that's what I was on, right? So, that's what I thought it was going to be. But I lost the desire. I never would have thought I would. I never thought I would see the day where I did not want to read tarot because I loved it so much. It was just a part of my lifestyle. It was embedded in who I am. Like a religious person, they are connected to their religion and that's just who they are. That's how I am with spirituality. It's just a part of who I am. So when I was guided to stop reading tarot, I was like, well, what am I going to do? This is how I make my money. This is everything that I have is connected to this lifestyle. What do I do now? Well, I started healing. I started fasting because I was reading tarot, but I was still drinking. I was still smoking. You see what I'm saying? Because just because you're connected to forces on the other side, it doesn't mean they're going to tell you 100% of the truth. That's what another thing that people don't know. You're going to get a piece of the truth. But when you find out what you don't know that you don't know yet, you're going to be looking around the room like, well, why y'all didn't tell me that? Y'all tell me everything else. Why y'all didn't tell me that? Because you didn't need to know. And if you knew, then you wouldn't do. And if you know, then you won't go. So there's certain things that we don't know on the path. And don't get mad when you find out the truth. A lot of times we get upset when we start finding out about what's going on in the world and the spiritual realm and life, and we feel like we've been lied to. And come on, man. Control yourself. You said was even inspired to read because of you. Cousin, you was inspired to read because of me? You said, but all I ever did was order the cards. Yeah, because it's not for everybody. And that's another thing. Like, there's so many people with cards now. I'm telling you, this is why they disappear. And they don't come back. Because it's not for everybody. Everybody is not supposed to be reading tarot cards. Just like all the prophets that say they got a message or prophets or whatever. Everybody is not connected to the source. When I was reading tarot at that time, I was spiritually disconnected. I'm telling you that. I was not a healthy person. So there's no way I could be an ascended master, ascending and mastering myself if I got to go outside of myself for guidance. It don't work like that. When you align spiritually with our Creator, then you get the direct answers and the guidance that you need. Even a lot of people that are in church and they say they connecting to wherever they connecting to, they don't know they're connecting to guides on the other side because they don't understand spirituality. They understand the Bible, but they don't understand spirituality. And we can go into that a whole lot more, but y'all know where to find me. Spiritual Lama Class. Okay? But there's levels. We all have to go through a portal or a guide of some sort. You can call it whatever you want. Everybody does. Everybody does. There's levels to heaven. There's levels to connect to our Creator. And we got to draw near the Spirit. So it doesn't matter what you call the portal or the source. Some people say, no, this is the only way. No, listen, any way is the way. That's why Muslims say their way is the way. Christians say their way is the way. Buddhists say their way is the way. Everybody say their way is the way because it doesn't matter. It's still the same energy. Everybody's doing the same thing. You're going through an entity that's going to teach you how to become a better person. That's step one. No matter if it's spirituality, ATR, you're going to entities or energies so that they can tell you things that you don't know. Then once you get past that point, because you have to keep going, or else you'll never do greater works than Christ did. And that's why most people don't. Because they stop right there with the entity or the energy or the deity or the idol. And that force, whatever they're connecting to, becomes their God. And then they'll find themselves worshiping the entity or the guide more than they connect to the source. It's a cold game. It's a cold game. And that's the design. Just to be completely honest. Because if you can stop right there and you can fall on your knees and worship the creation, you'll never get to the Creator. You'll never get to your full power. So you always have to go through the third party. Some people live their whole life like that. And then they'll come back another lifetime. Maybe they'll get it next time. Maybe next time they'll get it. You said a heart-to-heart connection. I literally just made a video about this here on TikTok. Yeah, it's real. It's real. We got to go through in order to connect to our Creator. And I was raised Christian. So that's my foundation. Keep your foundation. Whatever it is, it don't matter. I told you it all works. Keep it. But you got to grow. At some point, you got to get off that milk and get out of the book or whatever book you read and get into the field. Get out into the world. And I always think about it like this. A lot of times, especially when it comes to religion, y'all know how I feel about religion. But a lot of times, people will praise and worship whatever idol they have, okay? Put a name on it. It doesn't matter. They will say it's the same as our Creator. But I like to think of it like this. Your mother was created by our Creator, right? Your mother gave you life and sacrificed for you, right? Do you worship your mother more than you worship our Creator? Most people do. They won't admit it. They say, no, I love the Lord more. I love the Lord more. No, you don't. No, you don't. Mm-mm. Most people love what they see more, or love whatever they have an emotional connection to more than they love the source. Because wonder if you're guided to let your mother go. Will you do it? No. Most people won't. Say, I can't. This is my mom. She loved me. She raised me. She changed my diaper. She was always there for me. But if our Creator is guiding you to let your mother go, the relationship is a little too much, okay? Distance yourself a little bit from mama so you can grow. People won't. They do the same thing with their idol. If they're guided to let go of the idol in the teachings and follow that guidance from spirit that's coming from within, trust what you're hearing in here, they'll say, well, this is different from what I learned. This is different from what I'm hearing. This is different from what I was raised to believe. But the Spirit said, this is what I'm telling you. I don't care what you read in the book. I don't care what the minister or the pastor said. I don't care what your mama said. I don't care what the Bible said. I'm telling you, this is Spirit talking now. Because remember, Spirit is with us everywhere we go. When we draw near to Spirit, we want that relationship. When we say we want that relationship with our Creator, that means we follow the guidance of Spirit. And especially when it comes to the church, most people stop talking about Spirit and they start talking about Christ, which is their, we ain't gonna get into it. Call on whatever names you must, okay? Do whatever you must, but remember, this is how you summons energy. This is what I'm saying. You gotta understand spirituality to understand these things. You can summon energy. Your energy gives the entity power. It's just like when you have an altar. When you go to the church, the mosque, the synagogue, the temple, the Buddhist temple, wherever you go, there's going to be an altar. When you come in there and you give your energy to this energetic force, whatever it is, it's set up, you're giving your energy to it, and that's what gives it power in life. You said one of the hardest things I had to do was cut my mom off. Oh, that's real hard. I haven't talked to my mom in a very long time. And I know my mom loves me. My mom loves me. I'm not, go ever say nothing bad against my mom. But my mom's lifestyle is different from mine. I'm on a different path. I'm on a different journey. That's it. She's on her own path and I'm on my own. I cannot force a person to do better, to want better, to live better, and all those things. She has to want that for herself. Now, if she wants support, I can support her. But still, I'm only guided to support so much. Because we have to understand that we can have family members that want you to do the work for them. They want you to care more about them than they care about themselves. And that don't work. It's not ever going to work. Because they're going to have to keep constantly coming to you. Okay? But if you distance yourself and be the light, then they can see. They will see, because Spirit will start to speak to them. Then they'll see, okay, maybe I need to make these adjustments. This is what I need to change. This is what I need to do. And they'll do it on their own without you even having to say anything. You can come back later on in life and say, dang, you really have changed. You looking good. Look at what you're doing. But that's because you pulled away. Not because of what the world teaches. Because the church will teach you, don't leave them, pray for them, and keep on trying to minister to them. No. That ain't how you get nobody, and we're not here to save no souls. We're not here to save souls. No. Save your own soul. Save yourself. Save yourself. Because by you saving yourself, that is going to save thousands of souls. And let me tell you something. The souls that were designed to make it, they're going to make it. There's no way that they can fail. Even if it looks terrible to you or to them, or they may have to go through hardship. If they're designed to make it, they're going to make it. Just like you. With everything you've been through. You're designed to make it, so you're going to make it. If not, then you're not. That's how it is. It says, are you doing The devil work on spiritual growth pertaining to. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even speak negative names over here. See, this is what I'm talking about. People with religious mindset, they don't understand that they summons negative energies every time you call on a negative spirit. Whatever the name is you call it, you can call it Eamon or Evil or whatever you calling it. That force stays more on your mind than our creator. Guaranteed. Guaranteed you out here fighting something that you can't even see that knows you better than you know yourself. So instead of you calling on a force and talking about a negative entity, you should be doing your self-development work, aligning with spirit so you can stop calling these forces and summoning them into your life every time you call their name. Don't you know that? You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm just here to tell you. Nobody talks about a dark force more than a Christian or a religious person. Nobody. But why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your life force energy even talking about the negative forces? We know they exist. Why do you give them life? Do you know you give them life? I told you that every time you add your energy to that entity, you feed it and give it life. So we are supposed to be working on our energy and growing and giving all of the energy we're receiving from our creator. We're supposed to keep it within and keep growing and keep evolving. Let the negative entities do what they're going to do because you resist the negative entity. And then what does it do? What does it do when you resist it? Do you know? What do? It's going to go away. But if you calling on it every day and you screaming up and down talking about how this negative force ain't going to get you, it already got you. It got you in your mind. Because now you feel like you got an enemy. You don't have an enemy. You don't have an enemy. How could you have an enemy when you have a connection to the source? And our creator already told you that whatever you battle and whatever it is that you go through, you're not even supposed to be battling it. You're not even supposed to be doing it. See, in an army, there is ranking and there's levels and there are things that certain people do. Okay? Hierarchy. Everybody's not supposed to be fighting. And if you are so-called chosen or an elect, you're here to do great things. Your responsibility is to keep your vibration high at all times so you can continue to ascend. Because when you lower your vibration, then guess what? They come in and get rid of you. That's how that works. That's how people get overtaken. Because they have lowered their frequency down there. Either they are fighting, angry, drugs, whatever it is that they are, down here, and they're gone. So our responsibility is to keep our vibration up. How can you keep your vibration up when you looking over to this force and that force talking about some demonic something? Why do I care about what they doing? That's like looking at the news every day and what they doing on the news. What good is that going to do in my life? That's not going to do me any good. Uh-oh. Hold on, cousin. That's not going to do me 1 ounce of good to think about what they are doing. I don't care what they're doing. You said that's why I had to stop talking about and speaking on people who I cut out of my life. Yeah, if you cut them out of your life, they done. It ain't even nothing to talk about no more. But you'll be surprised how many people will cut a person out of their life and still talk about them. Energetically, you still connected to that person. If I do a reading on you or you go to a reader, they're picking up that person's energy because energetically you still connected to that person. I have done readings for people that have been out of a relationship with a person for years. This person has been gone, but they're still showing up in the reading because energetically that person is still connected to them because they're thinking about them. So we all know that everything that happens in the physical happens in the mind first. So if you're thinking about a negative entity or negative forces or negative things that's happening all the time in your mind, then that is what's going to come out in your reality. So this is why we have to have emotional control. You have to have control of your mind. Because if you don't, then you can think that you're more powerful than you really are. So if you are doing a reading that means you worship, listen, whatever. You can say whatever you want to say about a person like me. You can say whatever you need. And don't tell me who I need to represent. Don't tell me that I need to represent Christ. Don't tell me what I need to do. Please don't. Just don't even come in here and tell me what I need to do. Because I guarantee you that you will never represent Christ more than me. I promise you that. I promise you that. And I'm a woman. And I'm a woman. I guarantee you that. You could never go through what I've been through and come out on the other side. Just remember that. You said before I saw the subject you were speaking on, I was about to say, I love how you transition from tarot into more solid foundation. Yeah, cousin. Thank you. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. But this person trying to make me out to be some dark force, and I'm not. I'm not. But it's only, religious people that do that. It's only religious people to do that when their only commandment is to love. They can't do that, though. Your only commandment is to love, and you still can't do that. But you got to open up your mouth about what somebody else is doing. All the time. That's all y'all do. Y'all are the bad kids in class while we down here learning and growing. Y'all down here causing disruption. That's what you're doing. Judging and pointing your finger. Whoever it is that you believe in, allow you to do whatever you want to do. You can call it Christ or whatever you want to call it, but it ain't convicting you. It's not stopping you from being this nasty person that you are. It ain't telling you how to eat, how to live, how to think, how to be, how to dress. You got a cross on and a bra going out to the club. What? Please stop. Whatever it is that y'all believe in, y'all parent, y'all father, is letting y'all act like a bunch of children that need y'all butt whooped, okay? That's what y'all need. Y'all need your butt whooped, okay? Because one thing I know about the spirit, my source, the creator I'm connected to, yeah, you get tore up. Yeah. You do certain things, you get out of line, you get in a problem. But y'all on the other hand, oh no. Get all the money you want. Eat all that food you want to eat. It don't matter. And cuss people out too if they say something to you. Cuss them out. Hit them, fight them, bite them. That's what they do. That's exactly what y'all do. Y'all so mean and nasty. Man, my goodness. And y'all try to act like y'all so nice, but y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all not nice people to be around. No. You're very angry. All the time, too. All the time. Your children don't even enjoy being around you. Your own children don't want to be around you. That's sad. That's how you connected to the source of love and your own children don't even want to be around you. Whatever you connected to, okay? Praise the Lord. Whatever. Listen, we're not giving this person no more life. Okay? We're not giving this person no more life. I done said what I needed to say to you. He didn't came in here. I guess something I said must have offended him. And I must be coming off like some dark force when all I said was, take care of yourself and love yourself. And, it's a path. It's a journey. You're going to go through the dark and the light. Okay. What am I saying is wrong? I don't understand. Right. Just keep scrolling. Exactly. Said, love your voice. Thank you, cousin. Like, just keep scrolling. Like, if I see a person or if I come across a live and I'm not feeling what they talking about, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. If I see them preaching, I'm just going to keep going. If I see them talking and casting spells on people with their Bible, because this is what I understand. That same Bible is on the altar too. When I had an altar, I had a Bible on my altar. And most people who have altars or do hoodoo or any type of religious work or spiritual work, they have Bibles on their altar. What are you talking about? That book is very powerful, but you got to understand the duality. It can bless you and curse you. It can go both ways for you. You do what you please. You said you look so pretty today, cousin. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. You said, okay, the Bible is a spell book too. Yes. How you think they learn how to talk the way they talk? They learn how to talk like that from reading the Bible. That's how they can put those spells on you. That evil eye, most of the time, that's the Christians that's giving it to you. Telling you that you're going to DIE and go to HILL because you ain't like them. Everybody in the world got to be like them. Whole time they don't even want to be like them. You don't even like your own life, ma'am, sir. Get on my nerve. Come in here calling me names. I ain't call nobody no name. I'm not going to ever call nobody no name. You said that part both ways, bless and curse you. It will bless you and curse you. Yes. It's up to you to use it how you want to. Just like herbs. People use herbs in spell work. And that's what people don't know. You can put herbs in a candle, program a candle with herbs and do a spell. I know women who do it. Okay? I program herbs myself. But I program them with the intention to heal. Because they can heal you too. But those same herbs, if programmed to hurt you, they will. Just like crystals. So while people think crystals are bad and evil, it's not the crystal that's bad. It's the fact that the person that's wearing the crystal doesn't understand that they have on a neutral stone. And they haven't programmed it. They haven't put the intention into the crystal. And they don't have the power. Because only a force or a person who knows their power can program a crystal. It ain't about what you think. It ain't about, oh, I think I got this power and I can program this crystal. Try it. But I guarantee you that if there's an entity on the other side that knows that you don't know yourself, which most people don't. If you don't know who you are and what you came here to do, you're not locked in spiritually, that entity can program your crystal to hurt you. So then people will say, oh, my crystals are going against me. My crystals hate me, and I don't know why I'm having these issues with my stones. Because there are forces on the other side that know you don't know what you're doing. Right, just like money. Exactly. Exactly. People get millions of dollars, and they go out and fund these businesses that are doing all this corruption. Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. They want to give all this money to these companies just for the namesake. But they don't know what the company is doing on the other end. Okay? But that's what they're doing. Thank you, cousin. That's what they're doing. It's a fact. And they feel like, I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm just taking care of my family. I'm just living my life. And then when things start falling down for them, they don't understand why. Because you got the money, but you're not connected to the source. So it don't last. It doesn't last. You can take that money and change the world for the better. You can make the world a better place. You really can. You can take those millions and create something that your children can have for a long time. Thank you. You can change the world, not only for your children, because those of us that are here to change this world, we are here to not only change the life of our children. That's what they do. Okay? Anybody can be good to their family. But we are here to change the world. Okay? The world creed. That means that Your children's friends, when they come around you, their life should be impacted and changed. They should feel like, I got some nuggets. I got something that's going to take me a long way. And they never will forget having a conversation with you. It's not just, hey, Miss Lisa, how you doing? Oh, hey, Smokey. You talking to them. You notice when they're not doing well. You looking at them. How you feeling today? Oh, okay. What's going on with you? That's how I am with my daughter, her friends, my son too. Yeah, I'm looking at them. I see you got a new car. What you doing? Yeah. Any child that I encounter, I'm all in their business. All in their, any person, I'm all in your business. Because I want to help you any way that I can. That's what I'm here to do. And sometimes people just need somebody to listen to. Sometimes people just need some guidance. Sometimes people just need somebody that cares. And that's what I'm here to do. Excuse me. That's what I'm here to do. So, you know. They can call me what they want. Okay? Same people who calling me whatever they calling me was probably calling Christ the same thing. On my nerve. Oh, they get on my nerve. Let me see. Hey, cousin. Oh, I got a head and a mustache. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cousin. I'm going to get off of here because y'all know I can yap all day long. Emotional control. We're doing it, okay? No excuses. It's done. And if you don't know how, then spend some time alone so you can learn how. Spirit will teach you. Let me tell you something. Spirit, the source, the force, the all will teach you everything that you need to know when you're open to learn. If you fight, then Spirit is not going to speak. That's just how it goes. There is no fight. There is surrender and there is adjustment. That's all we do. And whatever it is that we have to experience, we go through it and we learn as we grow. I don't understand what I said that was so evil. Did I say something evil, y'all? Now I'm thinking, oh, maybe because I don't fit in. Dang, I can't never fit into nobody's stuff. You said no. I didn't think I said nothing wrong. Maybe because I started talking about tarot and, you know, spirituality and spiritual stuff. But it's like, anytime they hear anything that have to do with spirituality and they don't understand it, they just like evil, devil, oh. It's just like, we have to have these conversations about dark forces and dark life and dark things. Like, come on now. We're not 2 years old. You said, oh man, I didn't miss the live cousin. I'm going to come back. I've been on for a minute. I have been on for a minute. I came on at 1. But, you know, I don't mean to offend anybody. But that just happens. So, you know, I didn't come here to be a part of nobody's nothing. I came here to change the world, which is what Christ was doing too, right? That's what he did. I don't think a lot of Christians understand that. That's exactly what he came here to do. He was telling people about their power. He was telling people about his power, showing people he had the power and they could have the power too. And when you start telling people that, for some reason, it's always the bad thing. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm on a planet by myself. You said people hear tarot, yeah, and get to judging. They do. But they don't understand because, listen, I can never speak bad about tarot. I tell y'all that all the time because when I needed somebody to be there for me, tarot readers were there for me at a very low point in my life. And I know when I was a tarot reader, how much I help people too. And it's just like I told you, it's levels in the spiritual realm. The forces that we connect to when we're at a low level are normally low just like us. That's just real. So we connect with spirits that are on our level. But the more we grow, the more they grow. The more we grow, the more they grow. Okay? And it may not be the same force, but you see what I'm saying? Different forces and entities and energies will come in and help you based off of where you are energetically. That's why it's so important for us to keep healing and growing and doing the work, so that we can keep growing and evolving, and then our support comes in and helps us. But it's like, this is how I like to think about, spirit guides that help on the tarot level. It's like having that friend that you were in school with, right? Y'all kicked it together. Y'all used to bunk together. Y'all used to, kick it and do all this partying and all this together. And that was your homie, right? Y'all was rolling tight. They had your back. You had their back. Okay, y'all cool, right? But then you start growing. You start feeling like, you know what, I'm ready to get better. I want to get me a job. I don't want to be just hanging out. I ain't trying to get pregnant. I ain't trying to be out here like that. Like, I'm ready to get better in my life. So you start, distancing yourself or whatever from that person. You just, start going on your own path. Maybe you enroll in school, or you just start doing something to better yourself. You start separating from that person, and it ain't no hard feelings. It's just like, we just outgrew each other. That's how it is for me and tarot. And for anybody that is just like, we just outgrew each other. That's how it is for me and tarot. Okay. Can y'all hear me? You said yes. Can y'all hear me? So yeah, some people will leave tarot and they have a really, really bad experience, and then they'll go running and say, oh, it's all bad. And I understand. I do. Because I am not going to tell you that it's easy to get rid of those forces. Because sometimes, okay, put it like this. Sometimes when you leave that friend from childhood and you feel like, okay, you outgrew them, but now they mad and they, want to start making some things happen in your life, start talking about you behind your back and start doing all this, okay? You could have the same thing happen in the spiritual realm. There can be forces in the spiritual realm that can try to make your life very miserable because you want to separate. But you do what you got to do. So I always say it's easy to open a portal. It's hard to close. And you'll know when it's your time. But if you are called to, say, be a healer, then you have to know how to do these things. You have to know how to do it. You have to know how to remove these energies. You have to know how to do these things. You can't be afraid. And many of us are afraid. Before we come to the spiritual path, we are afraid. Talking about negative entities all day like the religious people do. Talking about that D word person all the time. Whole time they're keeping that person or that entity on their neck because they keep on calling it every day. Anyway, they will learn. I'm here to teach. So you have my support. I'm definitely here. If you need guidance of any sorts, there is a free guide. Okay, download the free guide. I have many things for you all. You know that. If you're ready to move forward now, join us in spiritual alignment class. That's where you have access to our private community. We actually have a call this Sunday. Well, no, that's for a spiritual advancement master program. But we have our private group text. So if you have questions while you're on your spiritual growth journey, you can ask them in our group text. There is a community of women here that are dedicated to our growth. And one thing I will tell you is that it is very, very hard to go through this challenge by yourself. There's going to be a lot of guessing. You can figure it out. If you design to figure it out, you're going to figure it out. It may take you longer. Who knows? But if you need support, join spiritual alignment class. You can access private session. I do not do private sessions publicly, but I do them for women in spiritual alignment class. So if you need any guidance, anything going off crazy in your life, I still do that. But I just don't do it for the public. But I'm here. I'm going to be giving more guidance, collective guidance moving forward. But personals, one-on-one sessions is only for women in spiritual alignment class, because these are women that I know have been guided on my path for me to help them. Not just somebody that done dropped in the room. You see what I'm saying? It's different. Okay? You're welcome. You're very welcome. There's a lot of resources here for you. I'm still working on so many things. So, when y'all don't see me, just know that I'm still always working, but in the meantime, just focus on emotional control, staying under control. And if you need to learn how to have control over yourself, which is, like I said, it's something that we have to learn, then you're going to have to dial back. If you're being guided to pull back from other people's energy, it's because you're being guided to work on your own energy, controlling your own mind, feelings, words, and these things. All right. So it's very important for you to do that. It's very important. And sit down sometime. Take you a little break. It's okay for you to take a break. Look, get you one of these little word search puzzles right here. Look at that. That's what I be doing. I don't care. Y'all can call me old. Call me what you want to. But I keep me a word search. Or this, word hunt. And you can get these from the dollar store. You can get these from the Dollar Tree. Sit down and do one of these. You can do this while you're on the airplane. You can do this while you at home. You can do it while you're in the hair salon. Wherever you at, pull out your book and do your word searches. You said, hi, I am Keith Moses. Hi, Keith Moses. I'm Marie Moses. But yeah, this is good. This helps a lot, okay? It really does. Especially if you have a mind that's always racing all over the place. You may not be able to just jump straight into meditation or, silence and stillness and all that. It may be too much. Just start by doing small things like that. Journaling 5 minutes a day. Get you a word search puzzle. Or, something like that. Take your eyes off the screen and just put it in a book, Get you some different color pens because that helps me too. I love seeing different colors in my book and in my journal. So when you write in your journal, get you some greens, get you some blues, get you some browns, It'll help with making journaling more, interesting because I know a lot of people want to journal, but it's just like, where do I start? What do I do? Just ask yourself every day, how do I feel? Okay, that's where Facebook got that from. What's on your mind? How do I feel? Just start there. So if you're being guided to document your experience, start journaling, whatever it is that you need to do it. There's no time like the present, and there's no excuse that will do. Whatever spirit is guiding you to do, there's a reason for it. If you're being guided to eat better, live better, do better, there's no excuses. Okay? We all come from a religious background, and I just told you, whatever that force is over there, let you do whatever it is that you want to do, and all you got to do is just pray about it in the name of the Lord, and you can just do whatever you want to do. That don't cut it over here. It don't cut it over here. You have to change if you want change, and you can do it. You can do it, okay? And you have my support. So if you want to watch the live replay, oh my goodness, it's going to be long. It will be on YouTube at the Lighthouse Women of Virtue. If you're watching the live replay on YouTube, make sure you come over to TikTok at I am Marie Moses and catch me when I am live. I apologize if I got a little snazzy because now I'm feeling a little convicted in my spirit. I think I might have got a little snazzy with my boy, but he was coming at me, calling me some nasty names. I could have really went in on him, but I didn't. But, whatever. I'm not an evil person. I hope y'all don't feel like I'm an evil person, but some people do. It's surprising me all the time. People feel like, spiritual women are somehow a negative force in the world when the whole time they be the ones be negative. I can't let it go, can I need to. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. You said you resemble my beautiful nieces. You may be my family. You know what? People tell me that all the time. People tell me, like, you look like somebody in my family. I used to say when I was younger, that's because I've been here before. Don't worry me. Thank you. He said, we know. Oh, thank you, cousin. Cousin said, we know you're not. Thank you. Now that makes me feel better. Even though, we're not supposed to live for outside validation. Excuse me. Some words do hurt. you know. And when people, especially religious people, say certain things, it is hurtful, and I don't think they understand that, you know. And I don't even think they really care, because they probably don't even have the compassion or the heart to care about how somebody else feels. But I just feel like, you know, if you are called to love and be a loving person, then you should think about what you say and how it impacts somebody else. And if you have to say something that needs to be said, there's a way that it should be said. Because I speak to people all the time. I have hard conversations all the time. I don't mind telling anybody anything, but it's just a way that you do it. You know, have a little bit of tact, have a little bit of respect, have a little bit of understanding that we're not all the same and we don't have to be the same. And say what you have to say from a loving place and not from a place of, you know, right or wrong. Because there is no wrong. Because then that would mean that our creator could do something wrong and our creator can't do anything wrong. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm getting ready to see how long this video is, and I'm gonna put it up. Even if it's not on YouTube today, I think I might start uploading on Sunday on YouTube, or uploading the live replays on Sunday. But I don't know. We'll see. I've been doing it the same day, but it just depends, because sometimes I have to stay up late editing the video, all in the video, trying to get the video up on YouTube. So we'll see. If I upload it on Sunday, that'll give me more time, so I don't have to rush, because I'm not in the rushing business no more. Okay, cousin. I love y'all. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. And remember, we're not punished for our anger. We're punished by our anger. If you don't get control of your anger is going to punish you. That's what Buddha has said. That's what Buddha has said. And that's true. That is very true. All right, y'all.